So these are two power tilt motors. One of them obviously is the original, and the thing is that when you type the actual part number in on the World Wide Web, you get like $250 parts, right? If you drop the zero in front of it, then it's like $50. So I bought the $50 one, but obviously you can see the difference. So, I mean, case-wise, they're pretty much identical. But what you got on the new one, obviously, is a 5mm Allen compared to this just sort of slotted nose. So, I mean, they... I kind of had to... So this is the coupler, which is like $20. And obviously this is how I modified it. So let me show you basically, like, I had an idea of like where this sat on the old one, like how much length. I mean, I just did some really crude measurements. Basically, you're about that far out from the case. So when the case sits flat, you're going to be about that height. And I was able to get it so that it fits on here. Now the thing is that I knew that if I just tried to glue it to that, it would eventually slip, you know? So what I did was I took a 5mm Allen key, this guy, which fits into the nose. Now the thing you have to do is, this was the tip. I probably ground down probably that much of what's missing in between them. But the way I got this set up is so I can fit this little piece is going to fit right inside there. And the way I did it is I drilled down like halfway. I have like a pretty big drill on there right now. Drill down like halfway, and then this thing fits in there. Made a smaller one, and then just sort of jammed this. You know, if you get the right size, you know, then you can just jam this in, and so it's mating in here. Now the problem I was having was the actual metal part on the pump end actually goes pretty high into here. It goes up to like there. So if you have the metal part here, and then the snout is going to be slid all the way up, you also don't have too much room here. This bottoms out pretty quickly too. So long story short, I thought that I was it was bottoming out on this piece. Actually, more it was just bottoming out on this piece. So you really want to be able to get this to slide up pretty far. It's going to go a little further than that, and then you want to have some sort of a mating piece in between, which is going to be this 5mm piece of Allen key, and then I'm just gluing it all together with RTV. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, the only other option then, if this doesn't work or it starts to slip or something like this, is basically to buy a new coupler and get the $250 motor. You know, there's just no way around it. So we will see what happens. It's worth a $50 shot, or it would be a $70 shot. But this took me a few hours. You know, you're like, oh yeah, I'm just going to go out, just pop that motor in. Yeah. Not so fast. Take your time. And it's nice to just be able to know that when that motor sits on the pump, it's just flush, you know, and I know that my clearance is, you know, I don't want to put pressure on that pump in there. I mean, it's got some give, so we'll see what happens. I'll let you know.